self-perpetuating oligarchy, to use a technical language, and indeed it's got worse since then. They've even taken away voting rights from members. But anyway, I decided that I would try for election as a trustee to the Vegan Society. So in 1994 I stood for election and I was elected to the Vegan Society Council of Management, body of trustees which is responsible for the smooth running of the charity. It's an unpaid position, by the way. You only get expenses, as with any charity. I should add that the number of candidates for that election is the same as the number of vacancies, so I can't really say it was a big feather in my cap to get elected. And in fact, in 1994, I think it was, no, in 1997, I failed to be re-elected. And my friend said that that was because in my personal statement as a candidate, I said that I was vegan for environmental reasons. And a lot of people thought I should mention the cuddly animals. Well, there's actually no contradiction there. Anyway, later on that same year, 1997, I was co-opted because at least the other people on council, the other trustees, knew and respected me. And when a vacancy arose, they co-opted me. And the following year, I stood for election in the normal way, and I was re-elected. And I was in council for the rest of the time until I finally stood down, which I'll come to later on. As well as just being a trustee, I took on a particular task. When I first joined the Vegan Society Council, there was a bit of business was being carried forward from the previous one. And this is a project which had been thought of by somebody called Louise Wallace, who had stood down at the same time as I first got elected. And this was the production of a publication called The Vegan Passport. And I said, well, if Louise Wallace isn't prepared to follow this through, I could pick it up and try to run with it. And so I put a notice in the Vegan Society magazine inviting people who were bilingual and were vegan to translate passages for me. And I managed to put together a little booklet with 17 languages in it, each one stating in the same master text, the bearer of this document is vegan, and that means I can eat this, that and the other, but I cannot eat so and so and so and so. Please provide a meal to my requirements. What's that effect? And the standard passage was translated into these 17 languages. And over the years, different editions were produced, more and more languages came in, until the final edition that I had anything to do with had 74 languages in it.
Wow.
So much credit to all the volunteers who submitted their offering. And I take a little bit of credit myself, but only a little bit. Also during my time in Vegan Society Council, I was elected chairman of the council around about 1999, year 2000. And I served for several years. I can't remember quite how many, but you know, when you get to my age, your memory kinds to go. During my time on the chair, I had to supervise the running of the society. And one thing which happened several times was recruiting CEOs, chief executives. And on one occasion in 2000, we were between chief executives. This is when we were still based in Hastings, and I actually stayed down in Hastings. The society booked a flat, at least a flat which I stayed in, and I actually tried to do the job of the CEO for a month or two, and to be honest, I was not up to doing the whole of the CEO's job. But one thing which I did manage to achieve reasonable efficiency at was the trademark department, which operated the trademark system for certifying products as vegan. And I became quite knowledgeable about that, and in fact I kept up this interest long after we got a CEO and continued. Another thing which happened during my time in the chair was in 2002 I interviewed Donald Watson, who I mentioned earlier on, who single-handedly produced the Vegan News for 5 issues in the middle 40s, and at that time he was 92 years old and still pretty good mentally, in fact better than I am now. So that's not saying much. I transcribed the interview, which is about 4 hours of tape on the old-fashioned tape cassettes, and it now runs to 30 pages. You can find it on the internet. Just search for interview with Donald Watson by George Rodger, but you probably get it even without mentioning my name. And it's quite an interesting read. Not so much for my questions as for Donald Watson's answers. In 2007, the Vegan Society moved to Birmingham, and again I was quite instrumental in choosing where to move to. We'd outgrown Hastings, and we needed to move to premises which would accommodate the growing number of employees. And there was a short list of places, all of them coincidentally beginning with B, like Bristol, Brighton, Birmingham, and I can't remember what the other ones were, and Locat. And I spoke up for Birmingham, largely in a briefing from a guy called Frank Fields, who lives in Birmingham, and provided me with the ammunition. And I've been upstaged. After settling into Birmingham, the CEO that came with us had already said she wasn't going to stay once we moved to Birmingham, but she would hold the fort until we got a new CEO. We appointed a guy called Nigel Winter, who in my not very humble opinion is the best CEO we've ever had. Unfortunately, after a few years he was burnt out and had to hand over. We also appointed a guy called George Gill, whose photograph is on the front of this copy of the Vegan Society magazine. As you can see, he's a brown man, he's of Punjabi descent, but born in Birmingham, and he speaks like somebody out of Peaky Blinders. He's a brown Brummie, and he was appointed head of business management, but since then CEOs come and go, and one that went, and he was appointed. He is now the CEO of the Vegan Society after being with us for 10 years, and a very good one too. In 2011, I stood down as chair of council, but continued in council for a few more years in case any successors might want to sort of tap into my font of wisdom. None of them did. And in 2015, I stood down for Vegan Society Council, having served 19 years. And as I jokingly said at the time, 19 years? You get less than that for murder? There's a little bit of coda after that. In 2017, the Society created an appeals committee, which has really nothing to do with promoting veganism. It's about the internal organisation of the Society and staff council relations. And a few people you might call the wise and good of the Society, as older members, were appointed. There's myself, Rick Savage, Vanessa Clark, and the aforementioned Nigel Winter. And if you know any of these, you'll know that I'm in pretty hot company and highly regarded. Also in 2017, in Aberdeen, there was a wee abandoned cafe standing empty, and it was converted to the first ever vegan cafe in Aberdeen, and you're sitting in it now. It's called Bonobo. There's one more bit to my story yet to come, and I hope not for quite a long time yet. Someday, hopefully, not for a wee while, I'm going to drop down dead or die in my bed or be shot by a jealous husband. No, that's not very likely. But I'm going to be dead, and there's going to be a funeral, and I have left strict instructions to my nearest and dearest that if they're having a tea, a wake, or a meal, whatever you like to call it, after my funeral, all the food will have to be vegan. Thank you. So, I think I forgot to switch on my timer actually.
Oh no.
Yeah. But I think that was within the time limit. It's been suggested that I should, I had two stories up my sleeve. You just heard one. The other one has already been used when we were at the Arts Centre earlier this year, but if there's time I might tell it at the very end. It's quite short.
Thank you.